Hello, welcome to another video, and today we're going to be discussing about Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 3. So, let's begin. I know it is kind of late for this reaction considering it has been more than a week after the fight, but I'm sorry because I had to make videos for my main channel, okay? So, let's continue. Hopefully you guys do like and subscribe, okay? So, yeah. Okay, so let's go into Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 3, okay? So this is one of the most recent trilogies of note, okay? Because since Tyson Holyfield and Evander Holyfield and Riddick Bowe, honestly, tell me good trilogies up to this point. There isn't much, okay? So yeah, but can we really call this a very great trilogy? Because we all know that the first and the third fight were full of excitement, but the rematch, it was one-sided. Okay, we have to accept one thing. Any Deontay Wilder fan has to accept one thing. Um, Tyson Fury has Deontay Wilder's number. Okay, uh, in the first fight, Tyson Fury came back after not even taking a good warm-up fight. So you can consider that as a more break for Tyson Fury, but Tyson Fury had to lose a whole bunch of weight and all that stuff, depression. You know that he had to do all these things. He still outboxed Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder knocked him down twice. However, Tyson Fury should have won that card should have won on the scorecards easily, but got robbed. Okay, it was still a good fight, but still, can you say with a straight face that fight was the draw? No. The second fight, one-sided. Tyson Fury absolutely dominates Deontay Wilder, and it didn't help that Deontay Wilder came up with a whole list of excuses. A whole list of excuses. A whole list. And then the third fight, again, full of excitement, I know, but Tyson Fury was dominating the fight up to that point when we all know about this brutal knockdown. Yep, Deontay Wilder was on the floor, okay? He was on the floor. Okay, that punch, but once I saw that in live, I was like, the fight is over. The way that Deontay Wilder just dropped here, the way he just dropped, it just looked clean, okay, clean, okay. But still, the fight was great, okay. Deontay Wilder dropped Tyson Fury twice. Tyson Fury dropped Deontay Wilder 3 times. Um, Tyson Fury didn't look too sharp on the night, okay. If I'm gonna be honest, I have seen better performances of Tyson Fury, but yet I think Deontay Wilder. Is this the best version of Deontay Wilder we have seen? I think so. Yes. Okay, the version of Deontay Wilder has been jabbing a lot more. He has been going to the body, but after that fourth round, I know Deontay Wilder was gassed and all, but he dropped the tactics that he should have done if he wanted to win the fight. Okay, because in that round four, he had the momentum. Okay, he had the momentum. He knew all he had to do is just go to the body, jab to the body, get a good jab here and there at the head, and wait for the perfect moment for that right hand. But did he actually do that? No. He instead went on a full barrage of power punches and stuff, missed, and got gassed, okay? Deontay Wilder came overweight, okay? He came up with a lot of excess muscle, okay? 238 pounds. This is his only second fight above 230, okay? Okay, in the first fight, I think Deontay Wilder was about like 220 pounds. I believe that. Um, Really bad planning from Malik Scott. Uh, yeah, and Deontay Wilder gassed really quickly. Okay, look at here's what another thing that Wilder didn't do by got another mistake by Deontay Wilder's lack of jabs is that he couldn't keep Tyson Fury off him. Tyson Fury kept on manhandling him. He kept on clinching. He kept on tiring him out and stuff, putting his weight on him. Deontay Wilder got gas, okay? And we're gonna be discussing about now about what's next for these two fighters, okay? So first, let's go to the loser of this, Deontay Wilder, okay? Should Deontay Wilder fight Tyson Fury again? No, because Tyson Fury might be his boogeyman, okay? Uh, Deontay should go up to another fighter, okay? Because Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, that's done already. That is done, okay? No matter what anybody else says, that is done. The Bronze Bomber can fight a whole list of opponents, okay? He can fight a whole list. Let's say if AJ doesn't want to fight Usyk, he can fight AJ, but I don't know how would that end up, okay? Uh, he can he can fight. I don't know. He can fight like uh he can fight Charles Martin. Okay, he was rumored to fight Charles Martin around this year, or in by March or February, I think he was supposed to fight him. Um, he can fight someone else, okay? Because really, he can fight Dillian White, okay? He can fight a whole list of opponents that are not Tyson Fury. I don't know too much about heavyweights, okay? So yeah, now let's go to Tyson Fury, okay? Tyson Fury can do a whole bunch of things, okay? He can fight Usyk, he can fight AJ, he can fight, I don't know, he can fight Dillian White, he can fight the interim champion Dillian White, okay? Let's say if Usyk goes on to get a rematch with Joshua, okay? Let's say Joshua, they go to a rematch, okay? He can fight Dillian White in the meantime, okay? Dillian White is still going to be drawing a lot of pay-per-view buys, okay? Not as much as Deontay Wilder, I think, because since obviously Deontay Wilder's from America and stuff. Um, but in the UK, that can draw a whole bunch of buys, okay? Just let's say make it in England, okay? Let's say make it in the UK. They can fight. I don't know. Tyson Fury said something about fighting in Old Trafford. He can fight in Old Trafford, okay? I don't know about fighting in Wembley, okay? I do not know about that. He can fight in the MGM Grand with Dillian White. He can do a whole bunch of things. He can fight in Saudi Arabia with Dillian White. He can do a whole bunch of things just by that Dillian White's matchup, okay? Um, really, Tyson Fury, if he decides to push himself, I think the best choice right now, considering, let's consider Usyk getting the rematch with Joshua, okay? Is fighting the Dillian White, okay? Because I think that is next for Tyson Fury, okay? Uh, I think Tyson Fury, we can consider him right now as the best heavyweight of in the world, okay? Not the best of this era, okay? Because obviously, if Tyson Fury versus AJ or Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk hasn't happened yet, or even against Dillian White, okay? But can we consider him the best fighter of this era? Right now, best based on current accomplishments, okay, we can probably say he can be the best, okay? This has to be done in heavyweight, okay? Because if we consider Usyk and what he has done in heavyweight, the only thing that he does impressive in heavyweight so far is defeating AJ, okay? AJ, let's see who else he defeated. He has defeated Vladimir Klitschko, but we have to remember Klitschko came back from a long break, okay? After that Tyson Fury defeat, he took a long break. He defeated obviously Dillian White, so that's already erasing Dillian White from the conversation. Um, AJ has defeated as well other fighters like Joseph Parker. He has defeated as well. He has defeated let me see who has defeated Povetkin. He has defeated Povetkin. He has defeated He's defeated a whole list of fighters. Um, but if he wants to be considered the best, if we say AJ based on fighters, I think erasing that Usyk defeat and the Ruiz one, we can consider him the best. But considering that he needs to get a rematch with Usyk first, we cannot consider him right now. But let's see about Tyson Fury. He has two impressive wins. Okay, we have Deontay Wilder and Vladimir Klitschko. Okay, and let's say what is this guy's name again? Tyson Fury. I'm forgetting the names. Okay, let's go to Wikipedia and let's see if we can. Okay, Otto Wallin. Okay, let's say Otto Wallin is a good ass fighter. Okay, we can consider that too, but I do not know. Uh, Derek Chisora again, another good victory. So his four good victories are up against Derek Chisora, Vladimir Klitschko, Deontay Wilder, and Otto Wallin. Okay, those are his four major victories. Okay, AJ, we can consider that Klitschko fight as well. Joseph Parker, uh, obviously Dillian White, obviously Dillian White, and maybe Povetkin. I may be forgetting some other fighter. I may be forgetting another fighter. But honestly, I think where if Usyk or AJ manage to beat each other up, let's say AJ is the champion, they should fight Tyson Fury. But if Tyson Fury wants to prove he is the best of this era, he needs to get that fight and Dillian White. Meanwhile, Usyk and AJ fight. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.